Welcome to Story Minutes. I'm going to be reading excerpts from my short story titled Troubles in Tijuana. I've included a link below where you can find the story where it was published and read it there. I've also published the link to my collection of short stories, Hearts Without Sleeves, 23 Stories, which does not have this particular story, but I write from a variety of different protagonists and challenging environments, and I'm certain you'll find a story in there or stories that you'll enjoy. I'm going to be reading excerpts from Troubles in Tijuana, which will give you a flavor as well as the synopsis of the story, but by no means will it fully give you a sense of this roller coaster ride about this young guy in San Diego who's down on his luck, and circumstances take him across the border into Tijuana, where he meets two women. And these meetings catapult his life both into tumult and opportunity. And from there on, it's hold on tight, because it's a wild ride, okay? And I encourage you to read it at the link below. So with that said, let me tease you with some excerpts from Troubles in Tijuana. You put me in a matchbox to live. You open the box, peer inside, and laugh at me. I'm the match who will burn you to death. The mentally disturbed neighbor above my room is off his meds again and freaking out. I rent a room in a shoddy hotel in the Skid Row section of San Diego, oddly named Whispers. I never crossed the border into Tijuana until an excruciating toothache and the inability to afford treatment in San Diego led me to a dentist in Tijuana, recommended by a fellow rideshare driver. Kevia was my age. She staked out a position on the tourist-heavy corner of Avenida Revolucion and Tercero streets, sketching portraits for the tourists. She was attractive, creating a style, or more exactly, a brand named Kevia, which stood out. Why are you etching portraits for tourists in Tijuana? I asked. She replied, I guess we're playing who discloses their dubious backgrounds first. I came down to see a dentist. I'm a broke gig worker. I have an MA in philosophy, got fired from teaching, and became an alcoholic tending bar. Your honesty is refreshing, Norm. I've lived here several years after a nervous breakdown led me to self-medicate with meth. My addiction got me fired as a Hollywood studio animator. While working rideshare, I picked up a woman from the San Diego International Airport, and the rideshare app incorrectly instructed me to deliver her to an address in Tijuana. She was about 60, attractive, shapely, and well-dressed. My name is Maria. I see you want me to cross into Mexico, but I'll drop you near the border crossing if you like. I'd prefer you take me home. It will give us an opportunity to chat and save me time. I'll pay you extra in cash. Maria, my rent for a shoddy room is killing me in San Diego. Well, since I only visit my home one weekend per month, why don't I rent you my Tijuana home for $300 per month, including utilities, internet, and cable? I'd like somebody to keep an eye on it while I'm away. I rented Maria's house on the spot with just a handshake. Kevia and I met at a cozy beachfront seafood restaurant named Las Playas. I was invigorated by the gentle ocean breeze filling my lungs. Her perfume was a magnificent pairing with the fragrant smell of the ocean. We ended the evening with a passionate kiss under a full moon and witness to the lights of distant sailboats and ships bobbing up and down like a glowing ribbon in the wind. One weekend, Maria came home and treated me to a dinner at a fabulous steakhouse featuring prime meat seasoned only the way Mexico has perfected and cooked barbacoa style. She told me, a handsome and educated man shouldn't be working rideshare for a living. I have an oportunidad for you, gnome. The phone rang. The caller ID read doorman. I answered. Senor Gnome, I have a woman here named Kevia who's demanding to see you. I told her I can't send her up without an escort, but she insists. All right, Paco, bring her up. Kevia was fuming, stormed in. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing in this penthouse, gnome? I hoped we'd split to Mexico City together, but now I discover you're just another liar. I've been burned by liars before, gnome. After you fell asleep, I couldn't resist inspecting your wallet. Your license lists a residence in Beverly Hills. A business card says you're vice president of an LA real estate firm, and Mexico issued you a permanent resident card with this address. Who are you running from and where are you going, gnome? I can't say now, baby, but it's for your own good. I'll call you as soon as I'm settled at my destination. I won't get mixed up in whatever evil doings you're engaged in, gnome. I settled into the leather seat in the first class cabin and lifted my first glass of scotch to my lips after 5 years of sobriety. My phone rang. I trembled before answering. Yes, Maria. I'm insulted you left me a note without telling me in person after all I've done for you, gnome. Maria, I apologize for the impersonality of the resignation, but I'm tired and scared. Please accept my resignation. If it's money you want, I'll wire you if it will set me free. Your money is meaningless, but your service is essential, gnome. I'll explain to them you're taking a vacation for health reasons, but have your ass back in Tijuana in 7 days. I don't care where you're flying to because there's nowhere on earth to hide. You'll be hunted down and murdered. Never underestimate Mama. Bon voyage. I became the insect in the matchbox my neighbor ranted about. If only I could find a match powerful enough to burn myself out of my predicament. Thank you for joining me for this moment of story minutes. Until I see you next time, I hope your personal story is a bestseller. Goodbye.